Many games often fade from the spotlight, but that doesn't mean they don't have something incredible to offer. Between memorable stories, creative mechanics, and fascinating worlds, there are titles that truly deserve a chance. With that in mind, we've put together a list of 20 games you can buy without fear of regret. True gems that will keep you hooked for hours. Whether it's embarking on thrilling stories or facing unforgettable challenges, these games show that there's always something new to discover. Many of them went unnoticed by the larger audience, but deliver high-level gameplay. This is the perfect opportunity to revisit great classics or discover experiences that might have slipped under your radar. I'm Jax, and if you're new here, welcome to Play Hunters. I bring daily content so you don't miss any details from the world of gaming. If you can subscribe to help me grow, I'd be really grateful. From one gamer to another. Kicking off the list, we have Lies of P, a game inspired by the classic Pinocchio tale, but with a dark and mature twist that transforms the story into something completely fresh. Set in a decaying world filled with mysteries, it takes the player on a journey marked by tough choices and intense combat. Every detail, from the melancholic landscapes to the immersive soundtrack, seems designed to keep you glued to the gameplay. The visual style, with its steampunk elements, brings to life a fascinating universe that stands out among the best in its genre. Behind the impressive visuals, the gameplay is a spectacle of its own, featuring a combat system that requires strategy and skill. The duels are challenging, with enemies that test the player's patience and precision. The weapon and ability customization offers unique ways to adapt to every situation. Each new area brings a level of challenge that matches the constant sense of danger, ramping up the adrenaline as you explore every corner of this dense and intriguing world. The story shines by reimagining such a well-known tale in a surprising way. With complex characters and choices that influence how the story unfolds, the game keeps the player immersed from start to finish. With each revelation, the plot deepens, exploring themes like humanity, sacrifice, and the meaning of freedom. This fusion of captivating narrative and challenging gameplay makes it a title that deserves a special place in any gamer's collection. Next, we have Steelrising, an adventure that takes players to an alternate version of the French Revolution. The streets of Paris are overrun with dangerous automatons, and it's up to you to face this threat while exploring a city rich in historical details and stunning visuals. The setting combines the architectural charm of the time with a dystopian atmosphere, creating a backdrop that's as captivating as it is challenging. Every street and every monument reveals meticulous attention to detail, keeping you hooked from start to finish. The gameplay is a blend of fluid action and strategic exploration. The combat has a unique pace, where you need to master the movements of enemies and use specific skills to defeat them. The ability to customize your fighting style adds depth, allowing you to choose from different weapons and approaches. A key highlight is the mechanics that encourage vertical exploration, challenging you to find alternative paths and hidden secrets throughout the city. Beyond the action, the story unfolds with a perfect balance of drama and tension. The twists surprise as they link the player's choices to the events that shape the fate of this alternate world. It's a journey that challenges both through intense battles and a captivating narrative, leaving you eager to uncover every layer of the story. Third on the list is V Rising, which takes players to a gothic universe where the role of a vampire is explored in a creative and challenging way. Between dark forests and crumbling castles, the day-night cycle dictates the game's dynamics, turning every choice into a matter of survival. The setting, with its dark and detailed tones, creates a unique immersion as you fight to build your domain and regain your power. The combat system combines fast action with planning, especially when facing powerful enemies that require strategy. Outside of battles, building your fortress becomes a vital element, ensuring not only protection but also resources for growth. Interacting with other players adds an unpredictable touch, whether forming alliances or competing for territory control. The progression is well structured, maintaining the pace as new challenges appear to test your skills and creativity. Each advancement gives a sense of accomplishment, reinforced by the rich atmosphere and the detailed world. This combination of solid mechanics and a dark setting makes this title a standout among survival games. In fourth place, Star Wars Jedi. Fallen Order stands out by taking players on an intense journey through iconic and new planets in the franchise universe. The plot, set after Order 66, delves into the survival and resistance struggles of a young Jedi amid the Empire's domination. The setting impresses with vibrant, life-filled landscapes, while the narrative keeps a compelling pace, balancing moments of action with emotional revelations. The gameplay merges strategic combat with exploration through maps full of secrets. Lightsaber battles are dynamic and require precision, reminiscent of other titles focused on combat skills. The movement includes climbing, jumping, and environmental puzzles, creating a sense of discovery at every step. The attention to detail in the environments and the interconnected challenges ensure that nothing feels repetitive or predictable. Along the way, the character growth keeps the player motivated, with abilities that expand combat and exploration possibilities. Encounters with iconic enemies and cinematic settings are memorable, providing moments that keep the tension high. Every design choice contributes to creating an adventure that masterfully captures the essence of Star Wars. In fifth place, Smushy Come Home is a game that surprises with its captivating simplicity and welcoming atmosphere. The journey puts the player in control of a small mushroom lost in a vast world full of vibrant colors, with visuals resembling a living watercolor. Each scene seems to invite exploration, while the delicate soundtrack creates a relaxing and immersive environment. The gameplay focuses on exploration and light puzzle solving, promoting a calm yet engaging rhythm. The challenges are intuitive and spark curiosity, making each small discovery bring a smile. Moving through the map and interacting with friendly creatures reveals a surprising emotional depth, transforming this journey into something unique and charming. In addition to the main objectives, the game offers moments of interaction with the environment that reinforce the feeling of being in a living world. Each area presents a new perspective, with simple yet effective mechanics that encourage the player to keep exploring. It's the perfect adventure for those seeking something relaxing, yet still a rewarding dive into the best games. In sixth place, Resident Evil 7 brought a surprising renewal to the series, plunging the player into an oppressive atmosphere of terror. The story follows what seems like a simple search, but quickly turns into a nightmare inside a macabre mansion. The return to a first-person perspective heightens the tension, making each step in this claustrophobic environment a decision filled with fear. The game's pace alternates between careful exploration and terrifying encounters, requiring composure and quick strategy. Scarce resources, environments full of secrets, and unpredictable enemies create the perfect balance between challenge and immersion. Every corner hides dangers or clues that feed into the constant sense of threat. Throughout the journey, the dark atmosphere intensifies thanks to the details in the scenery and unsettling sounds that arise unexpectedly. This tension-building technique works effectively, keeping the player fully engaged. It's an experience that takes horror to a new level, reaffirming the series' strength in the gaming world. In seventh place, Sons of the Forest takes survival to a new level, with an open world full of mysteries and dangers lurking. The setting stands out with dense forests, eerie caves, and fauna that reacts dynamically to the player's actions. Everything feels alive, and this unpredictability creates moments of tension and discovery that few games can replicate. The survival mechanics go beyond the basics, encouraging the creative use of tools and resources found in the environment. Building shelters, crafting traps, and hunting are not just options, but essential parts of staying safe. The day-night cycle adds a strategic planning element. Forcing quick decisions before darkness brings even more dangerous threats. The presence of intelligent enemies turns every encounter into something memorable. They observe, plan group attacks, and even retreat when threatened, adding impressive realism. This combination of freedom to explore, constant tension, and interaction with a hostile environment makes this game a standout experience in the survival genre. In 8th place, No Rest for the Wicked delivers a dark adventure with a narrative that captivates from the start. Set in a world full of decay and mystery, the game sets itself apart with its focus on complex moral choices that shape the course of the story. Every decision carries tangible consequences, creating a sense of weight in every interaction. The dark and detailed aesthetic perfectly complements the tension that permeates the plot. The combat system combines action and tactics, challenging the player to think quickly during confrontations. Stealth mechanics stand out, allowing for creative and strategic approaches to situations. Limited resources force the intelligent use of what's available, adding an extra layer of difficulty that keeps every moment unpredictable and rewarding. Among the settings, environments range from suffocating corridors to devastated landscapes, each with hidden secrets to uncover. The contrast between the brutality of the combat and the careful exploration of the world's details creates a balance that fully immerses the player. This focus on choices and unique world-building makes this title shine as one of the best options in its genre. In 9th place, God of War offers an epic journey that reinvents a classic in the gaming world. Set in a richly detailed Norse mythology, the game presents a grand universe filled with imposing gods and fascinating creatures. The narrative is expertly crafted, exploring themes like fatherhood, sacrifice, and redemption, all conveyed through strong dialogue and impactful scenes that stay in the memory. The combat system is deep and visceral, prioritizing precise moves and a wide range of tactical possibilities. An iconic weapon plays a central role, enabling brutal attacks and unique interactions with the environment. The evolution of skills introduces new fighting styles and combinations, making each battle feel fresh and maintaining a dynamic and challenging pace. The settings range from snow-covered mountains to caves full of secrets, with exploration rewarding curiosity. Well-designed puzzles blend seamlessly with progression, ensuring the player remains engaged. The attention to detail makes every corner of this world as captivating as the battles themselves, cementing its place as a milestone in the world of gaming. In 10th place, Astral Chain impresses with its futuristic aesthetics and a captivating narrative that blends action and mystery. The game takes place in a dystopian world where humanity struggles to survive against interdimensional threats. The art direction combines vibrant neon with dark tones, creating a striking visual contrast. The story unfolds at an electrifying pace, balancing thrilling moments with impactful revelations. The combat system is its standout feature, offering a unique mechanic where the player controls two characters simultaneously. This duality allows for incredible attack combinations and strategies that keep the action dynamic. The learning curve is well balanced, encouraging mastery of abilities while new challenges arise. Investigative missions offer a strategic break, adding depth to the gameplay. The urban environments are filled with details, from bustling streets to more isolated areas hiding valuable secrets. Exploration is rewarding, with items that expand possibilities in combat and progression. Every design element is intelligently integrated, creating an experience that is both intense and full of surprises. In 11th place, Jusant presents a contemplative adventure focused on scaling a massive tower set against stunning backdrops. The game impresses by challenging the player with mechanics that simulate climbing realistically yet intuitively, creating a sense of achievement with every ascent. Each new height reveals landscapes that blend natural and fantastical elements, reinforcing a serene and immersive atmosphere. The progression mechanics center around mastering available tools, making the act of climbing more strategic and rewarding. The combination of well-applied physics and various environmental challenges requires attention to terrain details. There's no rush or combat, just an emphasis on exploration and overcoming obstacles while uncovering mysteries hidden in this vertical world. The environments, ranging from barren cliffs to vegetation-covered surfaces, are filled with small details that spark curiosity. The ambient sounds and minimalist soundtrack complement the introspective tone of the journey. It's a title that stands out for offering a calmer, more reflective approach, something rare in the gaming world. In 12th place, Kina, Bridge of Spirits combines a charming aesthetic with an emotionally charged narrative. The game takes the player through a magical world where the protagonist acts as a spiritual guide, helping lost souls find peace. The art direction is stunning, with vibrant landscapes and expressive characters, while the orchestral soundtrack perfectly complements the atmosphere of the story. The combat is fluid and strategic, requiring attention to timing and creative use of abilities. Small allies, which can be found throughout the journey, play a crucial role in both battles and puzzle solving. This unique mechanic adds dynamism to the gameplay while strengthening the emotional connection with the game's elements. The balance between action and exploration moments is well-tuned, maintaining constant immersion. Each location visited presents unique challenges and secrets that expand the understanding of the world and its story. Clever puzzles and environmental interaction mechanics encourage curiosity, rewarding attentive players with useful rewards and breathtaking environments. It's a work that highlights the harmony between narrative and gameplay, making it memorable among the best games. In 13th place, Immortals Fenyx Rising brings a vibrant and humorous reimagining of Greek mythology. The player is taken to a land full of gods and mythical creatures, in an open world marked by bright colors and grandiose landscapes. The narrative blends epic adventure with comedic elements, creating a light yet engaging tone as players explore areas ranging from sunlit fields to mysterious caves. The combat system is agile and full of possibilities, with various weapons and special powers that allow for devastating combinations. Challenges scattered across the map, such as temples and environmental puzzles, encourage creative use of abilities and strike a good balance between action and strategy. These moments offer a constant sense of progression as rewards unlock new ways to interact with the world. Exploration is rich, with secrets hidden in mountains, valleys, and ruins. Each region has its own identity, representing aspects of the gods who inhabit the game world. The combination of humor, vibrant visuals, and well-crafted mechanics makes this title a unique approach within the genre, offering something fresh and fun. In 14th place, 7 Days to Die establishes itself as one of the most engaging survival games, blending building, exploration, and combat against relentless zombie hordes. The post-apocalyptic open world features devastated landscapes and a constant sense of danger, where every 7 days a massive wave of undead threatens to destroy everything you've built. This unique mechanic creates a cycle of rising tension that demands planning and resilience. Base building is a central aspect, allowing players to design structures that withstand incessant attacks. Resources must be carefully collected, and the customization options make defensive strategies highly varied. Time is always an enemy, forcing players to balance exploration, gathering, and upgrades before the next assault begins. Exploration is as rewarding as it is dangerous, with abandoned buildings and caves hiding valuable items, but also traps and unexpected enemies. The day-night cycle intensifies the challenge, as darkness makes enemies more aggressive and difficult to fight. The combination of constant tension and creative freedom in combat and construction makes this game a must-play for genre fans. In 15th place, Biomutant presents a vibrant universe where genetic mutations and martial arts collide. Players are thrust into a devastated yet incredibly colorful world, filled with peculiar creatures and diverse biomes. The narrative is driven by choices that shape the protagonist and the tribe's fates, creating a direct connection between actions and consequences throughout the story. The combat system combines agility and creativity, allowing players to mix firearms, hand-to-hand combat, and special abilities gained through mutations. The customization system is vast, offering the freedom to create a unique playstyle. The combination of fast moves and stylized attacks makes the combat visually impressive and strategically challenging. The environments are expansive and rich in detail, with ruins that hint at a past destroyed by greed and technology. Each region presents different challenges, from unique enemies to environmental puzzles that reward exploration. The union of striking artistic design and varied mechanics makes this title an unmissable option for those seeking something original and memorable in the gaming world. In 16th place, Quantum Break stands out by merging interactive storytelling and action in a world where time is both the primary weapon and enemy. The story explores the effects of a failed scientific experiment, immersing the player in a plot full of twists and cinematic moments. The integration of live-action episodes creates an immersive experience where decisions directly affect the course of the narrative. The combat utilizes time-based abilities, allowing players to freeze enemies, dodge high-speed attacks, and manipulate the environment to their advantage. This unique feature turns each encounter into a strategic spectacle, requiring players to combine traditional weapons with temporal powers to overcome challenges. The fast pace keeps the action constant, but leaves room for reflective moments in the storyline. The settings alternate between urban areas and futuristic facilities, each with details that reinforce the sense of a collapsing world in time. Fragments of the story can be discovered through exploration, adding depth to the plot. This blend of dynamic gameplay and a well-crafted narrative makes the game unique, marking its place as one of the most innovative titles in terms of storytelling. In 17th place, Days Gone places the player in a world where everything seems to conspire against survival. In addition to the hordes of infected that relentlessly chase every movement, nature also becomes an enemy, with wild animals ready to attack. As if that weren't enough, there are humans willing to do anything to secure their own safety, setting up treacherous ambushes and fierce battles. The combination of these dangers creates constant tension. Imagine fleeing from a pack of infected wolves only to fall into a raider trap, or being forced to face a mutant bear while the infected approach from afar. Each encounter requires quick and creative decisions, while limited resources heighten the challenge of escaping with your life. The motorcycle, essential for traveling long distances, often needs repairs, putting the player in unexpectedly vulnerable situations. This balance between exploration and survival makes each region of the map both dangerous and fascinating. Points of interest may hide valuable supplies, but they are rarely free of threats. Between encounters, psychological tension intensifies, making it clear that no moment is truly safe. It's this combination of unpredictable enemies and a suffocating atmosphere that makes this game memorable in the post-apocalyptic genre. In 18th place, Chivalry 2 transports players to brutal and chaotic medieval combat, where each battle feels like an epic scene straight out of a historical movie. The game recreates the sensation of being in the middle of a castle siege, with catapults launching projectiles, arrows flying through the air, and soldiers locked in intense duels. The attention to detail, from the sound of swords to the visceral impact of blows, dramatically enhances immersion. The gameplay stands out for its balance between simplicity and depth, allowing players to execute quick attacks, strategic defenses, and even moments of pure improvisation. Striking with a lance, blocking with a shield, or throwing objects from the environment all provide a sense of freedom in how each fight is approached. The variety of game modes, from large-scale battles to objective-based missions, ensures dynamism and diversity. The maps are a spectacle in themselves, featuring majestic castles, devastated villages, and vast battlefields. Each setting favors different tactics, forcing players to adapt their approach based on terrain and objectives. It's this mix of controlled chaos and cinematic action that makes the title a standout among multiplayer combat games. In 19th place, Dead Space Remake revives the space horror that defined a generation of gamers. The story follows the horrors aboard a massive mining ship drifting in space, where a distress signal leads to a macabre discovery. The updated visual design elevates the claustrophobic atmosphere, with suffocating corridors lit only by flickering lights, while the sound of metal creaking in the distance maintains constant tension. Combat is differentiated by the need to strategically dismember enemies, using improvised tools as weapons. Each encounter is a fight for survival, where calculating every shot or blow is crucial to dealing with creatures that won't stop until they're completely neutralized. Resource scarcity intensifies the challenge, forcing players to explore carefully and make the most of whatever they find. The atmosphere comes to life with impeccable sound work, where every noise, distant scream, or whisper amplifies the sense of danger. The remake also adds subtle gameplay improvements, staying true to the original while updating controls and graphics to modern standards. This combination of psychological horror and innovative mechanics solidifies its position as a benchmark in the genre. Next up is Alan Wake 2, which dives deep into psychological horror with a dark and intriguing narrative. The story takes place in a small town shrouded in mysteries, where light and darkness engage in a constant battle. The detailed setting creates a tense and immersive atmosphere, with dense forests, empty streets, and abandoned buildings, each hiding secrets that unfold layers of the story. The combat system focuses on the strategic use of light as a weapon, providing a unique twist. Flashlights and floodlights not only illuminate the path, but are essential for weakening enemies before facing them head-on. This mechanic creates moments of tension where managing resources and planning movements is just as important as precision in combat. The narrative is rich and interactive, with clues scattered throughout the environment that connect the events to the protagonist's past. Additionally, the oppressive atmosphere is reinforced by the sound design, where whispers and background noises heighten the feeling of isolation. This combination of a dense narrative and engaging gameplay makes this title a standout in the horror genre. And tell me, which of these games have you had the chance to play? Has any of them left a special mark on your gaming journey? I'd also love to hear if there's a game you think deserved to be on this list but got left out. Leave your suggestions in the comments and share your thoughts on today's list. That way, you help me make the videos even better. And if you want to stay updated with news, reviews, and more lists like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. This way, you'll always know what's happening in the gaming world and never be in doubt about what to play. I've got 2 videos in the card for you. One is a list I personally picked, and the second is a video that YouTube selected for you. Big hug, enjoy your gameplay, and see you tomorrow.